I'm so happy to be doing Sound of Music. It is very meaningful to me because I first encountered it from my mom. The movie, the film, was one of my mom's favorite films. And I can remember very clearly as a child her showing me this movie and her crying over the performances and them meaning so much to her. And she would sing those songs, Edelweiss and Do Re Mi, and Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, good night, over and over to me when I was a child. In fact, when she put me to bed, she would sing the cuckoo song, Auf Wiedersehen, good night. So, in some ways, it's very meaningful to do this show because I have such a long history and it's been a part of my life since I was a very little boy. So I'm not doing the movie of Sound of Music. I'm doing the Broadway musical of Sound of Music. I love the movie of Sound of Music. It's great, but it's a movie, and it wouldn't necessarily be a great play. And the play of Sound of Music is amazing. So we are really trying to take the Broadway play and bring that to show a Bulgarian audience, which I don't think any of them have ever seen before. You may know the movie, but this is very different. This is a different telling of it in a way. And there are more truthful moments and interactions between Captain Von Trapp and Maria and between the Third Reich, the Nazi regime, which is always coming in and trying to force them to give up the patriotism that they have, to give up their love of country and to join the Nazi party, which of course Captain Von Trapp and Maria are violently opposed to doing. My idea and concept for Sound of Music is to tell a realistically and honest musical drama. That's what Sound of Music is. It's very beautiful, it's very powerful, and it's very real. It's based on a true story. Maria and the Von Trapps actually went through these experiences. She was a nun who met a man. That man was an aristocrat, and he gave that all up to marry her. They did start a group of singers, and when the Nazis invaded Austria, they did have to escape. They were targeted by them. All that is true. And so I want to tell this story as truthfully as possible so that when people see it, they're seeing a new type of musical. It's beautiful, and there's comedy, and there's laughter and love and joy, but this is a musical drama. This is a serious musical. And to be able to bring that kind of art to Bulgaria is really meaningful. The other musicals that are popular in Bulgaria, there's a lot of musical comedies that people do that are primarily made to make you laugh. There's a lot of big musical melodramas like Phantom of the Opera and these type of musicals that are these epic, big, huge musical stories that are very powerful. There's a lot of rock and roll musicals, But this type of a musical drama that is meant to show real people and meant primarily to make you feel, that's what this does. It wants to make you feel as if you are seeing something really happening and you're seeing these characters as if they are real people that it could happen to you. That's very special. We are about 3 days into rehearsals. We've just begun, and these first rehearsals have been very moving. There are great actors, amazing actors here at the opera. Having them in this room, giving them the chance to have dialogue scenes that are very truthful, that are very real, and have these moments where they are having love and falling in love with each other and being afraid of each other and wondering if their dreams will come true and having their lives taken away from them by Germany and the Nazi Party, having them portray these realistic situations and emotions is very, very powerful. There's a lot of tears in the room. There's a lot of what we call goosebumps in America, where your whole body starts to shiver because something's happening, which seems so emotional. And I think this is going to be a real revelation for what some of these artists are capable of doing. A musical is my favorite theatrical art form. It's my favorite art form of all. That's why I love doing musicals, because musicals have collaboration more than any other art form. When it's a play, it's just a director, really, and you're maybe working with one writer. When it's a musical, first of all, there's more than one writer. The Sound of Music actually has 4 writers. It has Richard Roджърс, who wrote all of the music. It has Oskar Hamërstайн, who wrote all the lyrics. And then it has Lindsay and Krauss, who wrote all the dialogue scenes. So they had to collaborate to make it. And of course, there's not just a director in a musical. There's a musical director as well. So I'm working very closely with the musical director. He working on what's the tone, what's the intonation, what's the crescendo and decrescendo and the pianissimo. You know, how does the song lyrically work? And you need a choreographer. There's lots of dances. There's waltzes in this musical. So I'm working with a choreographer. And I love that kind of collaboration. I love doing these projects that take all of these people to make it happen. I've directed plays before, but it's just me in the room. There's no choreographer, there's no musical director, there's one writer, and it's not as much fun. So I spend my life going to different places, creating plays, and working with the best actors in all of these different countries.